Oh yeah, I heard something. Them ears is getting put to use, y'all.
Okay, so Star, your ears perk up, and suddenly you hear the sound of a weed whacker, and it is coming closer and closer and closer. What do you do?
He's gonna be like, Sam, the dude is back. Get behind me.
I definitely will duck behind Star.
Star's gonna pull out that rusty knife.
Are you gonna leave the door open?
No, Star's.
Are you gonna shut the door? Okay.
Star's gonna peer because Star's a dumbass. Let's just be real about it. Star's gonna kind of like peer up the door and like get ready to close it to see how close the guy is. So should I roll a perception scene?
Yes.
Okay. That means it's gonna be vision. And
13.
Yeah.
Okay. You're peeking out, and you think you saw this shadowy figure of this massive, like, person coming right towards you. What do? It looks like something with a, you can clearly hear the weed whacker. What do you do?
Star's gonna shut the door and say,
You'll shut the door.
And Star's like, bro, it's back. It's coming its way and the others aren't here. And so he's like, Star's like literally freaking the fuck out with the knife pointed at the thing. And he's like, we need to rebarricade the door. So, is there anything he can use?
Yeah, the bed. Use the bed. There seems to be another like chair or couch there. So you can roll your athletics and see how well you can barricade the door.
Get ready to laugh.
Nope. All right. So you'll do a terrible job of barricading the door, and then the door will then swing open, and because you weren't able to barricade it, it'll swing open, and Sue comes in and she's like, "It's right behind me! It's right behind me!" She shuts the door, and then she's going to take her pan, and then actually she's gonna take probably like a big giant spatula-looking thing, and then she's just gonna jam it in between the door and the frame and the knob to like keep the door shut. And by this point, after she has barricaded the door relatively securely, that's when Black Powder and Frankie appear. And as you guys reach the shut door, you can hear footsteps, heavy footsteps, running down the hallway towards you.
Oh, shite. Gonna just knock on the door. Guys, it's us. Can we come in, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn off the machine again.
Yeah, go ahead, roll.
Star's gonna be like, why do we still hear the weed whacker?
Because Frankie got the weed whacker.
No, not. Maybe it's a trick. I've been seeing strange things this whole time.
Is Sam there? Is Sam there?
Yeah?
Sam, I told you a secret in the pool room. It's me.
Let him in!
So Star's gonna help Sue move the thing.
Sure. Sue doesn't trust it. Sue's like freaking out. Sue's the virgin. She's freaking out. So you're gonna have to roll me an athletics roll to lift the very heavy spatula thing off of the door as this creature is running for the other two.
Athena, guide me. Well, she said not today.
All right. You will. The guy will basically run, and realistically, would it be Frankie in front, or would it be Black Powder in front?
No, I mean Frankie would be there if the thing is coming. He's gonna try to fight it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to engage with.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to grab you, but you have a chance to dodge the grab. I'll let you dodge. So go ahead and roll.
Use your slutty magic.
Okay. So I get a +2 to this being the sled.
Yep, you do. Okay. You will be able to dodge. Does Sam want to try to open up the door?
Yeah, I'll...
With his strength roll?
Can I assist?
No.
No.
Okay, so the guy is going to try to grab a hold. He will attempt to grab a hold of the Weed Whacker again. So I will let the slut try to dodge again.
Okay. Actually, I've
Try
been
to
using
keep-
the wrong button. I should be using this to dodge.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. You'll be able to dodge as he tries to grab it. Star and Sam, if you want to try to assist each other, you can roll another athletics, and if you do, you'll both get a +2 effective +2 bonus.
And you're like, bro, help me with this.
Okay, so I think with that, one of Sam will be able to succeed with the +2, so that means you will be able to open the door, and so the door will swing open enough for Black Powder and Frankie to go in if they want to go in.
I still have my Senshi power up, right?
You do.
I'm gonna try and catch him again in that trigger so we can get inside and barricade.
You can do that. All right, gets frozen in sugar. He'll probably be stuck there for a minute. So, if Frankie wants to go in, he can, or he can stay out there. It's up to him.
I mean, yeah, we'll go back inside and barricade ourselves in this room without
Alright.
an exit.
Roll in athletics. Yeah, you're fine. All right, so you're gonna barricade it.
Mhm.
You guys have a minute.
Okay.
Starting now. You have a minute.
Okay, bros, you got the Weed Whacker, but why is Big Man not down? Did you not give him the dose?
He's tough to kill.
At this point, man, we just have to kill him.
If we can.
We have his weapon.
And you're in P.
I'm blind, but he was pretty big.
Here. You'll see Sue pulls out your glasses.
Yes.
It's a long story how I got that. Some strange kid, but we'll talk about that later.
But we all met this strange kid, trust us.
Tori
Alright.
is just glaring at Sue right now.
Alright. He's
15 seconds.
He's frozen now for a few minutes. I don't have much longer in this form. We gotta figure out something.
I already used the 6-second ball.
Star's like, if we knew his name, we could write him in the book and make him our love slave. Damn it!
Want that?
Well, I mean, we could just use him for things. Like, think about it, he's massive.
Well, roll an IQ, Tori.
Okay. Wow, not today.
Okay. Roll a perception smell.
Perception smell. That worked.
Okay. So you can smell through the TV, and you get a whiff of black licorice in the room. It was there momentarily as the door swung open and the guy was like struggling with Frankie, but it's a distinctive smell of black liquor.
That's my doctor. That's the doctor that was talking to me.
What?
He has a very strong cologne. He puts on way too much of it. It smells like black licorice. I smell it right now.
What's his name?
Did he say a name?
I've said it many times. You might have to go back and check.
You guys will have to stall. I need to go back and find out.
Well,
I really need to write stuff down.
I know his name!
I know I said it many times.
it's like
Many
Dr. C something. Like it starts with C, I think.
You were not
You're
there.
going back into the house.
Yes.
You're going to get back into the house. Meanwhile, who would realistically be closest to the door?
Me.
Probably somebody who's trying to. Oh, one of you two. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The strong one and the
So
brave one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a 1d2. So 1, it's black powder. 2, it's Frankie. So I'm just gonna roll a 1d2. Frankie. Okay. So these two arms just burst through the door and then just kind of grabs a hold of Frankie by the throat, and he'll attempt to squeeze really hard. Frankie, you are very strong and very tough, So I would like for you to roll me a health roll. 12? Okay. So he's going to... He basically has this massive man is able to lift you up in the air, so your feet are off the ground, and he's going to try to choke you. But for right now, you're fine. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to Tori. So, Tori, you're back in the office again. Your mom has you, and you are like up against a corner right now, and your mom is like hovering over you, and it looks like she's been like talking to you this entire time, and she has tears in her eyes, and she says, "Honey, look at me. You said so yourself that all this time you've been looking for Carmen. Don't you see? The person you've been looking for all this time, the person you're trying to bring back is yourself. Carmen, your Carmen. You gave your heart up to this figment of your imagination. You need to take your heart back. I believe in you. You're a survivor. I know you can do this. Carmen, fight it. You're too good to give in. Okay, you can beat this thing. Be strong, sweetheart," she says, as she's like trying desperately to reach out to you with her voice. What do you say?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not well.
She says, "Dr. Theodorsh, I don't think I'm making any progress." Do you do anything?
Just writing something down. Hold on.
You're writing it down?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just keep talking to me, Mom. Maybe that'll help.
She's just gonna continue pleading with you. Meanwhile, back at the other side, Frankie or anyone else, you have a chance to act. So you all have a round to do whatever you just want for this next round. While this guy is trying to choke Frankie.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of that grapple.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength -6. I think you managed to break out. Does anyone else, do you have a chance to act? Any of the others who are in that room can act and do something?
I was gonna say Star had a knife, right? I'm gonna try and take the knife from Star. And I'm gonna actually like try and lob off one of his arms if I can.
Okay.
Just try and
that's fine. So you're just trying to cut his arm off? Is that what you're trying to do?
Like,
Alright, it'll
go
be
for the wrist, basically.
it'll be hard to do, but you give it a try. Go ahead and roll me a strength -6 to like force it, because I want you to like force it. Not gonna be enough, unfortunately.
Even with my, hold on, because I have a bonus as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try to cut, but it's. I mean, you'll make an incision, but it's not gonna do anything yet. Sam and Star, you have a chance to do something if you'd like. By this point, Sue has been de-transformed.
Okay.
And so has Black Powder, for that matter.
I will use the award and try to smash on the opposite arm of what Black Powder cut, just to see if I can get him to let go of Frankie.
Sure, go ahead and roll a normal attack roll. If it's improvised weapon, I feel like there's a penalty of like -2 or something.
I already got out of that.
Oh, that's right.
He's out of it. His arms are exposed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
his arms are exposed, but I'm out of the grapple.
I'll still try to hit him. 9 out of 15, yes.
Okay. 9 out of 15.
Yeah.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Pretty weak.
Okay. Yep. And then if Star wants to do anything before he goes, it's up to you.
Star's gonna pull out the yellow senshi ball and say, lemon umami power change up.
Flavor sour power.
Sour power.
Flavor power change up.
Change
Yep.
up.
You will transform. That'll be your turn. You'll be able to act the next round. By this point, the guy bursts, his entire body just bursts through the door. And he's just gonna go for a punch and just try to hit one of you. I think that he'll probably go for Star, because Star was like the last was just transforming, and so probably the one that is the most vulnerable. So, okay, Star, he's just gonna punch you right into the face, which does 5 points of damage. 5 points of damage, and that'll be that turn. So, back to Tori. What are you gonna do? You have 6 seconds before I go back to these people. 6 seconds. What are you gonna do?
She will address Dr. Theodore and say, "Humor me, Doctor. What's your full name?"
Felix Theodore, he says.
Felix Theodore. Yeah, I'm not well. I might need more of those drugs.
Okay. All right. Next round. So, again, you all get to act. This guy is now in front of you exposed. He doesn't have his weapon, but he's still doing a lot of damage with his fists.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, I'm gonna use the weapon against him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I go ahead and attack him with the Weed Whacker. Yep, you'll hit. Roll for damage.
How much damage am I doing?
Roll against him. He's actually more effective against him. So roll me 2d4s. Roll me 2d4s. 5. Ooh, nice. Nice. 5. Okay. Cool. Anyone else want to do something?
Yeah. Seeing Frankie going after him with the weed whacker, I'm gonna try and grapple him again so that Frankie basically has open season.
Yep. It's still a -6 penalty. Strength -6.
Alright.
It won't be enough.
I'm gonna try my luck.
Okay. Try your luck. Yep, you can use your luck, but it's now bad luck.
Of course it is.
Roll to get the worst.
It's not any
Right.
worse. Not really.
Not any worse. All right.
Might as well.
Star or Sam?
I'll go. I'll try to hit him again.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, 10 out of 14.
Roll damage. 1. Okay. And Star, you are in your sour form.
After that punch, Star's like, "You bastard! You better not have broke my nose, but I'm gonna show you the power of lemon, because not only is lemon sour, it's acidic, bitch." So he's gonna say, so he's gonna try using an acidic like burst on the creature to see if that'll like burn it and kind of make him all gummy.
You need to give it a name.
Okay. Sour citric acid.
Nice. You're gonna spray it on him. It'll get onto his face, and he's just going to. It's a very like animalistic, monstrous roar of a voice as he reacts, and that will probably daze him for a couple rounds. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d3,
Okay.
Star? 1d3.
Okay.
Come on, big bucks.
Right, big money, no whammy.
1 round. Sorry, it'll stun him for 1 round.
None.
Better than none.
Yep.
So he won't be able to act this turn. Tori, back in your side of things, they will give you a pill of some sort, which you will swallow, and you will immediately find yourself back out of the house.
So she'll bang on the TV screen and said, "Dr. Felix Theodore. Its name is Dr. Felix Theodore."
Okay.
So all of you get to do another turn in any order you want.
I'm gonna go and attack him now that he's dazed. I'm gonna go for it again.
That'll hit. Roll for damage. 2d8s. Or 2d4, excuse me. 2d4s.
I would do the 2d8s.
2d4s.
Not bad.
4? Okay, good. Very good. Alright. Who else wants to go? Anyone?
Okay. Tori, you said his name, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you remember what it was?
Dr. Felix Theodore.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. So Star's gonna open the book and write in Dr. Felix Theodore.
But you also have to write down what type of person you want that person to be attracted to. You can't give any specific names, but you have to give a description of somebody
Okay.
for them to be attracted to.
Okay. So Star's gonna say, I really hate myself for this. So he's gonna write in the book. Wait, in this world, Star's not a pixie, right? He's a regular person.
No. Yeah.
But
So just
pink-haired boy. That he'll just write.
pink-haired boy. Yeah, pink-haired boy. Okay. So you write down pink-haired boy, and as soon as you do, you suddenly the book starts to shake a little bit, and then there are these heart symbol-looking things that start to appear around his head, and then does anybody want to act before I say what happens next, or are you just going to wait to see what happens?
Wait. Just wait.
All right. He's going to rise up after being hit by this acid, and then as soon as he turns around, he looks like he's about to punch you again, and then his fist just stops within an inch of your nose, and then he just stays there frozen for a second or two, and then he drops his fist down, and then as soon as he lays eyes on you, he suddenly goes. his heart's like a flutter, and he'll just go over right next to you and just kind of wrap his arm around you, and so now you've got this big massive guy that sort of has his arm around you, Star.
One way to use it. One way to use it.
I think it's the best way you could have used it in this world.
Star's like, okay. So, since you're devoted to me, out of character, how long does this last?
It doesn't say it's indefinitely until you cross their name out.
Perfect.
Indefinitely until you cross their name out. So,
he'll say,
however long you morally think it should last. So if you morally are okay with just leaving it forever, then that's up to you.
Okay. He'll say, Dr. Theodore, I need your help. Can you help me, sweetie?
He's just gonna nod his head.
And Star will reach up and tickle his chin and say, good boy. He'll look over his shoulder at everybody and he'll shrug and say, when in doubt, use love. Okay. And he'll look at Sam and say, do you have any suggestions of what we could do with this guy?
Get therapy with a healthy dose of medication.
That's not going to help us, Sam. We need to get Tori out of the TV. And we need to...
See if maybe he knows how to get Tori back to us.
He'll give you a thumbs up and say, Dr. Theodore, you see my friend in the TV there, Tori? Isn't she cute? Can you kind of help us find a way to get her back on this side of existence so we can help her with her life situation? Whole thing with her sister, long story. But you think you can do that, big guy?
And he kind of groans, and then he's just gonna pick you up fireman style and put you on his shoulder, and then meanwhile Star's probably hearing, and I will but anyway he's got you bodyguard style. And then he's just gonna make his way out the room, probably crashing through the rest of the door that's still there.
Nice.
And he's just going to make his way to the three-way split again. You all are welcome to follow. I don't know what you're going to do with Tori and her TV set, but...
Wait, Tori, just wait here for a minute. We got to figure out this, okay?
Maybe I can go back in and figure out some more information.
Sure.
He shakes his head when you say that.
No.
No?
No.
Stay right there, okay?
Okay.
Tori, I'll stay here with you. You guys go.
Actually, Sam, why don't you go? I'll stay. I'm still pretty beat up. So a rest would do me some good.
Okay. I'll go with.
So, who's following the creature? Sam only? And Star? Okay. Sam and Star. He's going to take you over to the three-way thing. And then he's going to then make his way down the hallway that veered off to the right that was not the center hallway. And so you'll follow him. He's going to go near the end of the hallway where there's like a big metal door. He's gonna bang, bang, there's a dent. Bang, there's a bigger dent. Bang, and then smash the door open. And then inside seems to be this big utility-like room. He goes over, opens up a box on the wall that looks like a fuse box or something, and then there's a big switch that he flips on, and then all the power comes on into the entire asylum. Then he'll come out. He will walk down the hallway again, and then he's going to point back at the three-way split. He's going to point at this big, giant-looking painting, and the painting has an old woman on it dressed in a very like fancy-looking suit. He's then going to point to a plaque underneath that woman. And you can see that on the plaque it says Madame Maldevere. But it's a young version of Madame Maldevere. This back when she was more of a teenager. And she's a very pretty looking girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. Very pretty. And he's just going to point between the picture of the girl, the really pretty blonde girl, and then the big giant painting of Madame Maldevere up at the top.
I'll check it out, and I want to move the pictures and see if I can find anything.
You can pull it off the wall if you want.
Yeah, definitely so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Star's kind of just hanging around. And he'll look at Sam and say, "So, Sam, did you figure out what's going on with the picture he keeps pointing at?"
So based on the picture, the larger one is like the older madam, and the small one in my hand is the younger. Boy, I'm at a loss on this. I must be too tired. And nothing in between the two?
There's nothing of interest in between the two. But at this point, I think Dr. Felix is going to point towards the TV set.
Okay. Can you turn that on?
Oh, yeah. So he'll pat him on the hand and say, "Big guy, turn on the TV for us, yeah?"
He'll go over to the TV and he'll tiny, so flip it on. Are you going to have the pictures in front of you at all? Just out of curiosity?
Yes.
Tori, you'll be outside of the house still, and when the TV turns on, you'll see the room, and this time you're going to see two pictures. One small one and one massive one. The massive one with the old woman looks exactly like the old woman that you met at the manor. And the younger version looks just like Carmen, the spitting image of Carmen.
Black powder. That picture. That's Madame Maldevere.
Right.
And the picture next to it, that's Carmen.
But can we see? We're not in the same room.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm confused about where everyone is.
We're not in the same room as
Where am I seeing these
Sam
pictures?
and Micah.
I thought Sam brought the pictures back.
Oh.
That's my plan, is we want to bring the pictures back.
Okay.
You could have also brought the TV there because there is actually an outlet in that three-way hallway. It's up to you how you want to do it. But there might be more room in the big hallway, but it's up to you.
I was just confused because they
Yeah.
turned on the TV and then
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Never
TV
mind.
would have already been on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused. Oh. Did you not hear that? What Tori just said?
Yeah, both of them labeled for Maldemaldavir.
The young one's Carmen. It has to be Carmen.
I want to put the big one, like, leaned against the wall and just give it a very thorough once over and, like, touch and feel and see if anything funky about it.
You'll examine it. Go ahead and roll I guess investigation if you want to roll. I don't think that you're going to notice anything out of the ordinary about these different pictures. However, you will. I will say that Tori, you will hear bells behind you, and if you look up behind you, you will see that the jester doll is peeking from behind the door, and he's motioning you to go inside. If you look back towards the group, you will see that Dr. Felix is nodding at you.
I should go in? Are you sure, Doctor? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna follow the doll.
You're gonna go back in, you're gonna follow the doll, and you're gonna be, all of a sudden, instead of going back to the asylum, you're going down this staircase. A familiar staircase as you hear the beating of tribal drums and the faint sound of buzzing in your ears and the smell of sulfur, swampy vapors. And then you're gonna find yourself back into that chamber with the old woman sitting and in the chair. And this time, she seems to be sitting back, and she's got this tea cup in her hand with a saucer. She puts the saucer down, and she has this very small spoon that she's going to start stirring. And you can just hear the sound of the spoon scraping against the bottom of the teacup as she's stirring it.
Madame Maldevere,
So you realize who I am, at last.
we have unfinished business.
We do. You've already made your choice. You just have to follow through with it. You decided for yourself what is reality and what is the illusion. Do you know what they told you you needed to do to the illusion?
Burn it.
Burn it.
Okay, but the last time I followed your advice, it didn't work out so well for me.
The story's not over yet. We are now at the finale. The final curtain is about to be drawn. I also told you that because you have the gift, you can't die. Well, not in the way that you might be thinking, at least.
What do you mean by that?
You'll find out when this is all done. You've already made your choice, and that is the path you're going to go down, so if that is the choice you want to make, then you need to go back to the illusion and burn it.
Like, burn the illusion of my family and the life I knew before.
You said you told yourself they're not real. If they're not real, then they're not your family. They are merely traps, tricks of your brain, tricks that are pulling you back, trying to get you to believe in that illusion. Unless you have any doubts as to which one is real and which one is the fake.
Maybe this conversation we're having is an illusion.
Maybe. In which case, I guess you could decide to not do anything. But I warn you, if you decide to do nothing, then you're going to stay in limbo for a very long time without anything changing. This is the point of time for you to act.
Gosh. Is there any way Tori could do like an insight check?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an insight.
What would that be? Probably intelligence.
Would that be an IQ if you don't have intelligence? Yeah, intelligence.
Sure.
You can't tell. You can't tell about anything about that, unfortunately.
Wow. Oh gosh. Okay, so is there a certain way I have to burn it?
The way that you normally burn things. Use your gift. Once you do that, your sister will be free, and you will have accomplished what you have been trying to do this whole time.
Free in what way? I'll be reunited with her?
In a matter of speaking.
Well, if that's really the only choice I have. I said I would do whatever it...
It's the choice you made. The rest is up to you. Your friends can't stay here forever. So, you have to decide what you're going to do. And go through with it.
Okay. Okay. So...
When you say okay, you're going to go back whatever you believe was the illusion. What do you believe is the illusion?
I guess the normal life before all of this. Yeah.
The normal life.
Is what
You'll go back and you'll see the doctor and the nurse, your stepmother, and your mother and father. They are over your bed, and you are strapped to the bed right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, though, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're physically strapped to the bed. And you feel your mom putting like her hand over your forehead, and she's just kind of caressing your forehead, and she said, "Did you do it, sweetheart? Did you fight it? Did you win? Oh, please say yes. We've wanted to hopefully bring you back home."
No matter what, Mom. I love you. Always. And I'm so sorry.
I don't understand. You're not making any sense.
I just need you to know I love you.
Sweetheart. Carmen, what are you saying?
At this point, is she...
Uses her magic?
Yeah, I don't know if she can even bear another second.
Okay.
And so yeah, she'll burn it.
She will cast fire, and immediately your mother gets enveloped in flames. And to her shock, she just says, Carmen, what are you doing?" And then she just screams in terror. Your father stands up, and so does the doctor and the nurse, and they also go up in flames too, as you see their bodies writhing and contorting. The walls around you also start to burn away. And meanwhile, back at the asylum, everything around you is shifting. So this was an abandoned building, but now you're slowly starting to see the walls char up and grow dark, and many of the furniture turns black, almost as if this facility had a very tragic fire, which is probably the reason why this thing closed down in the first place. And then the picture of Madame Maldevere also starts to erupts into flames and starts to burn away into ashes. And then everything around you, Carmen, just starts to burn away as you can hear the screams of the doctor and your mother and stepmother and father, like calling out and crying. And the last thing you hear is your mother screaming, "Whoever you are in there, whatever thing is inside of her, let go of my daughter. Let go of my daughter, do you hear me? You're not real! You're not real!" And she's screaming as all of this burns away. And finally, everything around you is black and you're in this empty space. And the jester, you hear the bells jingling. He holds up what appears to be a dagger. And he holds up the dagger up to you. And he says in a very hoarse voice, "You know what you have to do now to save your sister. What you have to give up." And he'll hand the dagger to you.
My heart.
He says.
Okay. Yeah, she'll do it. She'll do it.
Take the dagger. You plunge it in. Blood starts oozing out, and you can feel the pain as you feel your life ebbing away. And as you're ebbing away, you hear your father say, "Carmen, you made your choice. You could have chosen life. You could have chosen normalcy. But you didn't. I hope this is what you ultimately want, sweetheart." And then everything starts to glow white. The scene shifts. For all of the four of you, everything around you sort of blurs, and you find yourself outside in a graveyard. There is a light rain. There are people who have umbrellas up, and they're all in black in this cemetery. There seems to be a funeral. And you can see that there are pictures of Tori at this funeral with a big large coffin in there. And you see what appears to be a couple. You see a man and woman, husband and wife, and this really pretty, beautiful girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. And they seem to be weeping and crying over this situation as the priests are giving like some sort of eulogy. And you all are actually in the crowd with this funeral, and you're all also dressed in black, in very formal wear. Tori, you appear before your group. Emily made a choice. She chose that this was the reality. She could have chosen the asylum as the reality, in which case she never died. However, because she chose the reality where she did die, I as the GM have to follow through that. So this is what's going to happen. Tori, you did legitimately die. However, you are now, from now until the end of the campaign, a ghost. You are now in ghost form.
Knew it.
So this is how it's going to work. I am adding a new handout. So Tori, while you're in ghost form, you have several new abilities.
Oh boy.
You're incorporeal. Tori is able to go through solid objects, but she can no longer manipulate solid objects herself. Think Patrick Swayze. May he rest in peace, from Ghost. Unless she uses XP, because when you level up, you'll be able to spend XP to unlock certain abilities. So, while in this form, you cannot be hurt with physical objects. Nothing can hurt you now with physical objects, but magical abilities, enchantments, spells can still affect her. You still have HP as if you were alive, but if you die again, you will be lost forever in the aether.
Oh.
So don't die again. It's the second chance at not dying. Lost powers. Upon your death, Tori lost all of her magic spells and must regain them back gradually over time. The cost to regain her existing spells are 50% of the cost of the spells themselves, rounded down. So just 50% more. If you want to learn new spells, you must pay 150% of the cost, rounded down still. As of right now, you're mute. So as a ghost, Tori can no longer communicate verbally. She must spend 2 XP points, and you can certainly spend 2 XP points at the end of this session to gain the ability to speak to people. As of right now, you can't talk, in order to be able to speak again normally. You have the ability to also possess objects if you spend 2 experience points. Tori can possess objects, like a doll, and manipulate the world physically through those objects. An IQ check determines how large of an object she can possess. If you pay 4 points eventually, you'll be able to manipulate objects. Again, Patrick Swayze, ghost. You'll eventually learn how to manipulate objects. If you spend 6 points when you level, you'll be able to fly. Right now you can't fly default. Another 6 points, you'll be able to go invisible, even in ghost form. Lastly, if you spend 8 points, you gain the possession ability, where you can possess people, even forcibly against their will, if you want. And etc., etc., etc. Is there going to be a way for Tori to ever come back into her own body? I can talk to Emily about that if that's a goal for her that she wants by the end of the story. Okay. So if you want to pursue something like that, I don't know, maybe we'll end up back here again. Who knows? It's not like we have unfinished business in other places. But that's up to you, because part of me feels like maybe Tori finds this thing cool. She's like, I'm a ghost, dude. I'm a ghost. And so you're there, and probably to everybody's surprise, they can see you. And to everyone else, for right now, nobody seems to notice that Tori is there, but you all see her, and she looks corporeal. She doesn't look like a ghost. She's basically Bruce Willis. Sorry if I spoiled anything. She looks like Bruce Willis. It's like Bruce Willis, basically. So she doesn't look like a ghost. So you kind of might be surprised that you just see her appear. But Tori, you know the truth. Like, you know that you're dead. You know that you're a ghost.
Yeah.
What happens?
I think still instinctively she would probably reach out to someone just to make sure it really is real. And I imagine her hand would probably go right through them.
Frankie would reach out, I think, for sure, if he tried to do that.
Yeah. So he would notice then her hand going right through, and she would probably try to speak and nothing would come out. And you could see probably tears in her, incorporeal tears, right? Ghost tears.
Tori, yo, what's happened to you?
She'll gesture.
I look around at the group. She's just dead then, and this is her spirit. I try to reach out to you again and confirm.
Yeah, I would probably your hand would go right through me.
Star will walk up to Tori and say, "Why can't we hear you?"
Sometimes you can't speak to ghosts. They just are.
Tori.
They're stuck.
Stuck?
Well, sure, I don't know, somewhere in limbo or in an in-between plane.
Yeah.
Not all spirits are the same, bro. Some spirits have different hierarchy of access to the material world that we live in. She may not be at that level. I'm glad we can even see her. Sometimes spirits you can't even see.
Right?
Tori would probably look over at Sam too to gauge his reaction.
Definitely sad and shocked. I think when we found Carmen, who was actually the Madame Maldavir, maybe what we were searching for with Carmen wasn't Tori's sister. Maybe Tori was stuck inside Carmen.
Tori will nod.
At this point, the coffin has been lowered, and people are starting to like trickle away. And of course, your parents, your father and stepmother, your biological mother is still alive. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Is your biological?
Yeah.
Okay. I would think your biological mother is there as well. And so there, she is definitely like crying. Maybe she actually has a boyfriend or with her, but she's definitely like crying. And then your sister, she looks absolutely devastated, and she's just seems to be in total distress. And then she looks towards your direction. She like stops and she looks towards your direction, and you feel like your eyes met, but you're like, does she see me? Does she not see me? You're not really sure. Eventually, she's just staring in that direction towards you, and then she looks back towards the coffin again.
Black Powder, I know you didn't get a chance to respond. If you wanted to react to Tori.
He's not looking at her
Okay.
and not saying anything.
Fair enough. I think Tori at this point, when she locked eyes with Carmen for that brief moment, might try to approach her just to see if she did actually see her.
Are you going to approach her?
Uh-huh.
You're going to approach her, and you're like right in front of her, and she should be able to see you in her peripheral, but she doesn't look up or anything. She's still in a haze, a grief-stricken haze.
Yeah, I think at this point, Tori would be feeling the same thing in this moment, just not being able to interact with her sister at this point. And she just looks very distraught.
The scene shifts. Fast forward through time a little bit. I would like for Emily to roll me a magic roll, please. Get a +2 bonus to this.
All right. Yeah. That passes.
A little bit of time passes by. It's that evening. You find yourself, Tori, in Carmen's room. Your bed is still there. All of your things are still there, including some of your dolls. The doll that is Tori Jr., you see your sister. She is asleep in bed, clutching onto the Tori doll right now. And you're probably like just, figuratively speaking, hovering over her. And I'm gonna say that you're gonna reach out to maybe try to caress her hair, even though you can't do that. You'll reach out to her forehead, and then There's a big glow as you make a connection temporarily, and you'll find yourself bathed in white light. And Carmen is standing before you. She's in her very beautiful pink dress and hat, and you are face to face with her right now, and you feel like you're in her dreams right now. And she looks up at you and says, "Tori?"
It's me.
You can speak. You speak out loud. "Oh my goodness. Tori," and she rushes up to you and she gives you a big hug. And as she's hugging you, you can smell her normal perfume that he likes to wear. Not overpowering. And she just holds you very tightly. Is this a dream? Please tell me this isn't a dream.
No, this is real.
So you're not dead? That was just a big giant nightmare?
Oh, no, I am dead, Carmen. I'm sorry.
But that can't be. How can you be talking to me if you're dead?
This is just a dream. You're sleeping soundly in your bed right now.
So you're not real.
I'm just... I don't know what I am. A ghost, maybe.
Her eyes light up. You're a ghost?
I think so.
What is it like? She suddenly stops. What is that like?
Well, I'm see-through.
She starts to poke you again, and now she actually her hand actually goes through you.
And
wow.
And well, normally I can't talk, but I can talk in your dreams.
Why do I feel like, in a very twisted Tori kind of way, you actually think this is kind of cool? She says.
And I always dreamed about being a ghost a little bit. I didn't mean for it to happen this way, obviously, but...
Well, it seems like it might have some of its perks. You don't have to go to the bathroom, you don't have to worry about starving, you can probably play pranks on people, spy on people.
What does any of that matter if I can't be alive with you, Carmen?
Well, you can visit me in my dreams. And you know me, I sleep for a very long time.
You do.
Also, in that Inception movie, didn't they say that your dreams are longer when you're asleep? So if you put it that way, we could actually spend more time in my dreams more than we would normally awake. She sort of laughs.
Tori will laugh too. I guess that is a really positive way of looking at all of this. You always had a way of doing that, Carmen.
She said, well, I mean, just because you're dead doesn't mean we still can't be sisters.
Yeah, we'll be sisters forever, right?
Yeah. And then who knows? When I eventually, become a ghost too, hopefully before I get too old and wrinkly, we can hang out again as other ghosts.
As much as I would love to have you here now, I don't want you to come here as a ghost until you are very old and wrinkly, Carmen.
Okay. So all of a sudden she grabs a hold of your hands, and this time for whatever reason, your hands don't go through each other. Okay. So if we're gonna do this, then we're gonna have to have some ground rules, don't go hanging out when I am not aware that you're there, spying on me on Friday nights or Saturday nights, because, that's privacy time. Unless you and I really wanted to do something, late.
No. No, you're...
There must be some really cute boys who are ghosts. Oh my god, you could date Patrick Swayze! Just like in that movie! Have you ever thought of doing pottery? She says.
Well, I guess I have a lot of time on my hands. I guess I could learn some pottery.
Oh my god, the fact that I have a ghost sister is so cool! She says, and she's like getting really excited.
Well, in a weird way, I'm glad this is making you happy.
Well, she says, I say like we should make the most of it. It's not like you're Casper or anything. Like people don't go, "Oh, ghost," every time they see you, do they? I mean, you're far too pretty for that.
Oh, man, you're too sweet. What about the Ghostbusters? Should I be worried about them?
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that like when it comes. But look, chin up, she says. Don't look at this as a bad thing. Think of it as a new beginning, a new adventure.
Yeah. I wish I could share. I just have so much to tell you about all the friends I've met, Carmen. You would love them.
Well, we can always catch up whenever you're, I guess, back and I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Plus, if you think about it, in a dream, we can pretty much make whatever we want happen here. And all of a sudden, you see the entire scene around you transform into a big nail salon. Oh my god! I can give you that makeover, that salon makeover we were talking about.
Black nail polish. Well,
yes. Well, what would you rather do? She says.
You know what? I'd rather do what you want to do.
Okay. But next time, you get to pick. And if you want to bring Patrick Swayze with you, feel free.
Maybe Patrick Swayze, but there's a couple of other people I've been eyeing. Although, that might be a little complicated now.
Ooh. Well, that sounds like something we can chat about for next time then.
Okay.
The night's still young. Why don't we go ahead and do that nail makeover?
Yeah.
So you'll spend the next several hours, because again, Inception, it's a lot of hours, just hanging out, chilling. Probably not like the tone that you expected going into this, but you actually have fun. And you actually like spending some quality time with your sister in her dreams. And then, just before it looks like she's about to wake up, she says, I have a feeling that I need to give this to you. And she pulls out a bookmark from her pocket. And she hands it to you. I don't know what this means, but you're smarter than I am, so you can probably figure this out. Also, randomly, I found these, and I don't really have any use for them. So she hands them to you. It looks like one of those, googly eyes. Those little, googly eyes that you can stick on things. So, if everybody looks at their handouts, these are the googly eyes of sentience. If these walls could talk, perhaps they could point you to a secret entrance. You stick the googly eyes of sentience onto a brick of the castle wall, but alas, a mouth doesn't appear as you thought it would. Wait, these aren't bricks, they're a solid piece. Hello! A voice booms as the drawbridge flaps open and close. So much for our stealth mission. So when you apply the googly eyes of sentience on any inanimate object or creation, it gains the capacity to feel, perceive, and experience subjectively. The creation survives and perhaps thrives until both googly eyes are removed or their body is destroyed. While some creations have the ability to move, most do not. A mouth forms naturally and all creations speak one language of their creator's choosing. While a creation's attitude is not set in stone unless they're a boulder, The item may impact the personality. For instance, a lemon may have a sour disposition, a soda can be quite relaxed, and a compass has a strong sense of direction. So basically, yeah, use your imagination, think creatively of what you can stick these eyeballs into, and they will become alive temporarily.
Wow.
Sounds like a fun artifact to me.